Requiem Actual, we've reached the target LZ.
Let's get moving, people. Recon the site, eliminate all hostiles.
Welcome back to Cold War, and more specifically to Maschine. And also, actually, welcome to a brand new series I'm starting on my channel here. I am Switters, by the way, just in case you didn't know. And we are going to do Throwback Thursdays. So every Thursday now, I'll be releasing a video of me playing through an older map. So basically anything that's not the current game, meaning Black Ops 6, obviously. And we're going all the way, quote-unquote, all the way back to Cold War, which actually is nearly 5 years old. It's 4.5 years old at this point, which is kind of surprising to me, at least. But, yeah, almost 5 years old already. Say what you will about this game or about this map, but that is a good-looking view right there. I mean, that is nice. Great graphics for this, and this is basically the introduction to our now kind of modern version of zombies. So, for better or worse, some things have changed. A lot of people, especially the ones that have been around for a while, would say probably for the worst. But I don't know. To me, it's just kind of different. I'm not sure if it's some things are better or worse. We'll get into some more of the stuff as we go along. I mean, the game has always evolved. We kind of have a vision in our heads of zombies being the way it was when we started playing. So if you started playing during Black Ops 2, that's kind of how it always was and how it always should be. If you started playing during Black Ops 3, that's always how it was and always how it should be, etc., etc. So, but if you go back and actually look, the game has evolved a lot since World at War, since we first got knocked during Toten, right here. This was a bit of a kind of controversial aspect to this game of like, why are they putting knocked in? Now remember, the Ether story was over. It's done. Black Ops 4, Eddie and Samantha, they walk out of that tunnel into the light, into their new lives that they were robbed of having, basically as innocent children. And so it's kind of hopeful. It was sad in very many ways for, you know, we lost our crew. But it was hopeful in another sense in that, you know, these children were able to have a normal life, to live as children and not through all the horrors that they experienced. So, lovely. But then, they just couldn't resist. It was like that Al Pacino in Godfather 3.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Just when you think I'm out, they pull me back in. Yeah, we get Sam and Richtofen again, although we wouldn't get Richtofen. We wouldn't actually see him, at least, until the very end of Cold War in The Forsaken. Oh, well, speaking of, one of the changes that was made to this game, no more shields. We have an armor system. This is one of those things where is it better than having a shield? I don't think you could say that. It's different. It does definitely lack personality, though. I mean, think of the Guard of Fafnir on Garad Krovi. Or in Black Ops 4, the whole story of, you know, Scarlet, she was the one that crafted those shields. It's her design. So there's actually some story behind it. And here we just get plates. I mean, there's nothing particularly interesting about armor plates. You pick it up, you put it in, it is some damage mitigation for you, and that's kind of the beginning and end of it. There's nothing really else to it.
This facility was not equipped with automatic doors. I would proceed with caution.
I mean,
anything to share by your old employer.
I remember when those doors opened up for the first time. What are we gonna find inside, man? I do, like I said, I'm gonna point out the things I think you know, the game did poorly or should have been better, or I kind of don't like that they had changed from previous iterations of zombies. But don't get me wrong, I do like this map quite a lot. I think it's a very fun map. And by the way, speaking of new things, Elemental Pop, brand new perk that was introduced with this game and with this map. But yes, I very much like this map. It is I think probably the ultimate casual zombies experience. Really kind of Cold War is the ultimate casual zombies experience. If you want to get a friend into zombies, or you have a friend that's thinking about getting into zombies, and you want to kind of ease them into it, I mean, this is far and away, to me, the best game to do it, because the Easter eggs are not particularly hard. You've got loadouts, you've got field upgrades, you've got all these things that make playing the game easier and completing these Easter eggs easier. So if you want to get a friend hooked, this is the way to do it. And then one of the best things about this map, I mean, going into here in the Dark Ether, look at this. It's just such a unique place and experience. I just wish they had done more with it throughout the game's life cycle. Not just this map, I mean, like through Firebase Z, and I mean, it's always an aspect to the game, and especially with the intel and with the Forsaken. You know, we're talking to Zykov throughout, not knowing that he is the I mean, quote unquote, not knowing. I mean, I think we all kind of figured it out, right? But yeah, I just wish we had spent more time in the Dark Ether, and there was a little bit more. It's just, I mean, it makes for a pretty goddamn good-looking map, man. All right, let's finish up our Pack-a-Punch quest here. Get this turned on, and then we're gonna do. Now, when this was first discovered, this gave me a lot of hope, actually. I was like, okay, they're not going to take this too seriously. We're not going to be super hardcore, like kind of like how Sledgehammer takes everything really, really, really seriously in their zombies games. This is going to have a lighthearted aspect to it, so it's going to be fun. And this game definitely was fun. I think it could have actually probably used some more depth to it, but overall, it was a very, very fun game. Did we get super lucky? Oh my god, we did get super lucky. We got the ray gun. Let's go. The game must know I'm doing a whole new series here. It's just like, ah, we'll give him the ray gun. I'll get it out of the box. Like, remember, this is the thing, you could do that? Yeah. And we'll get our free jug.
Observing a high concentration of radioactivity moving on your position.
Pack-a-Punch and the dead wire just, I mean, destroy him. But then when he go ahead and splits into two, like, he's like, all right, what's going on here? What is this? All right, we'll pick up our key card here. All right, let's pop this key card in here. Then we get our DIE remote control.
Scanning for decompressive isotopic estrangement. DIE signal detected.
Yeah, this game was just a little too strong with the clues. Like, this was the era of, really, we're not even Easter egg hunting anymore. It's a speed run of kind of super groups to see who can get worlds first and complete it in about 2 to 4 hours every map since this one here. I think this one took, I think it was literally just under 2 hours that this was solved. And I don't think that there has been a map since Cold War came out, since Maschine here, that has taken more than 4 hours to solve. It used to be days, and now it's literal somewhere between 2 to 4 hours. I think that is I think it's a bad thing for the zombies community, but that's just me. Anyway, let's get our free wonder weapon.
Keep on coming. I'm not even tired.
Another new thing about this game is we have salvage now. So we can craft things. We can craft score streaks for the first time ever, and we can use score streaks in zombies. That was again, was all kind of making this very more casual and make it more accessible to all kinds of players. I think we're gonna keep the ray gun just because it's, you know, quote unquote special. So we can upgrade our armor here. And then, of course, I mean, we're using the ray gun here, but it also introduced this game. Introduced weapon rarity levels. And it's just one more thing to kind of keep doing. Like, it's kind of busy work when you're playing through these maps. I'm not the biggest fan of the weapon rarities. I don't know why pack-a-punching 1, 2, 3 times isn't enough. It used to be enough, but now we also have to get into legendary and rare and super rare and epic and I don't know.
Welcome back, Dr. Vogel. Password required to bring the Veshla online.
Let's make another trip back into the Dark Ether. Our favorite place to be. Alright, we need to start building our ether scope here, so let's grab that part there. Alright, so that means that the second part is down here. More doggies will spawn. Let's get back to our spawn. Now we get the final part here. There we go.
Looks like our strike team found part of a device. Any idea what it is?
It appears to be part of a scanning device. I imagine End Station created it so they could record data from the other dimension.
We got a lot of dogs. We just need one of them over here. This guy. You. Gas is getting sucked up. We just flipped around. Let's take the nuke points. And we got to craft our ether scope here. Now, I'll be honest with you. It's been a minute, like I said, since I've done this. And I was like, wait, what's the first step? It took me a minute to realize, oh yeah, we got to build the ether scope. I totally forgot. Okay, so now we have to go into the Dark Ether again. And do we go talk to the ghosts first, these guys? Or do we go get parts? I think we talk to the ghosts first. It really has been a minute since I've done this. Wow. Can't believe I'm forgetting. I've played this a lot.
I'd imagine that computer stores useful information, assuming you can access it.
And there's Dr. Strauss basically telling us exactly what to do. Yeah, I mean, too much information was given with this, again, to make it more of an Easter egg hunt rather than a speed run. Okay, back to the Dark Ether, and let's start talking to some ghosts, and we're going to grab the journal right here. We got that. If we can get down here and talk to the ghosts, the zombies will leave us alone while we're doing it.
Anomaly detected. Processing. Anomaly
This is the final one we
detected.
need. So we go and put in the password AHV. Alright, so we've got our password. We know that, I mean, we know now, we didn't at the time, but Dr. Vogel, his daughter, AHV, Angelica Hannibal Vogel, aka Valentina from Mauer der Toten, we put those pieces together and realized, hey, it's kind of a family story. It's all about family.
It's about family, and that's what's so powerful about it.
But for now, we're not going to worry about that. We're going to head back into the Dark Ether, and this one we need to go... I think this means we need to do the fire. Oh, you know what I totally forgot? Let's do this now. See? We gotta shoot that down. Yeah, I'm totally forgetting all these things. It's been too long. We got that little beaker type thing. Now we're going to come over here. We got to suck up the canister for the gas that we already had loaded in from the dogs. So now if I can get the Megaton to spawn, I'll have him shoot this tree. Armor. I do like in this game how with armor you can just literally walk over it and it auto puts on for you. Right here, right here. I think that got it. Okay, so we should be good there. Let's go. I think this was, like I said, the fire one, so we have to go put the fuse in, which I grabbed earlier. Let's see if it's available now. Yes, it is. Okay. Alright, now we can put this beaker down here underneath that, and since we have the fuse, or we use the fuse for this, we can get the thermophasic, the fireballs, basically. It shoots fireballs. And then we come down here and we shoot this prong? No. That's the red one. Boom. Okay. So we can, of course, just hop down here and put our gas canister in, and there's the gas that we got earlier from the dogs. Capture it in the tank.
The container appears to have captured gaseous residue emitted by the contaminated hound.
Pop that down on there, and then whack it! And Nova 5.
Ah, yes.
Better than Nova 6.
5. Fortunately for us, unlike Nova 6, it is not fatal to humans, but should still prove effective on your enemies.
That's what I was saying, Dr. Strauss. And that goes up. And actually, we're going to use this one for the boss fight later. I always used to use the Electrobolt, which is down here, over there, which we can actually go access now, I believe. Let's head back into the Dark Ether. And we need to go collect basically the essence, the juice, the life force of 3 different crystals. Get the first one right there. Let's hope it made it on there. Sometimes that thing's a little finicky and it doesn't work properly. That's number 2. Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, I don't have enough essence. Oh, that's... I didn't realize. Okay. Sucks being poor. Oh, will we have enough time to get the 3rd and final one? So quickly, 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 quickly. Alright, we're good to go. I wasn't worried. And 3rd and final one there. Alright, Electrobolt is this one here. And we can definitely by now go collect the juice from the tree. Like that. We pour it on the chains here. Take that.
Good. The cryo-emitter ammo. I think it will prove quite effective for containing your adversaries.
Let's go ahead and shoot this one. And that is number 4. Okay, and that opens up this final portal.
If we could restore brain function,
So we're going to go in here, and they're talking about it right now, but we know what to do.
correct subject. That subject could then help us deactivate the accelerator.
I mean, do we? I don't remember.
Anomaly detected.
Yeah, we do. I do like the whole ghost aspect to this. I don't know, it adds an eeriness to the map. And it worked well as far as telling the story goes. Okay, we're going to grab this wrench that they dropped us here. Shoot him. So if you are a solo player, you've probably never seen this. I'm going to throw that on there. So what you do on this step, you know, you activate it. You can use a Semtex, the C4, whatever. And you blow it up on the tank, and the tank is going to shoot the tree. And from the tree, we'll drop the golden orb that we need. And if you're solo, you probably always just explode it when you're down there on the tank. But if you do it when you're up here, there's the ball.
Omega Group must have had a damn good reason to open
It's going
it
to
back
shoot.
up.
And you can watch it fall down. It's a very, very, very silly kind of stupid thing, but as a solo player, you've almost definitely never seen that. And now you have. There we go.
Line him up. I'll knock him down.
Okay, we've got triple armor now, which is great.
Well, we have plenty of subjects. Ideas?
This entire idea is already beyond the pale. I wouldn't even know where to begin with a recommendation.
Okay, now we need Big Boy to split him in half. We should be getting one soon. I think it's been a minute since we've actually had a Megaton. So, Yeah, we need to get one of those guys and split him in half and capture the two halves. There we go. Speak of the devil. And the ray gun just melts that. I mean, we're only on round 12. But wow. Okay, I gotta be careful I don't kill one of the halves. Especially with this one, I don't know why I picked that up. Oh, well, here. There's another thing about this game. You can be careless. Because this game introduced field upgrades. And I never feel like I'm in danger in this game. And I do get careless. And if you ever come back and play this, like if you play this too much, and I am using the words too much, like you could do it too often, you're going to find yourself being worse at zombies. And I mean, it just kind of is the way it is. Because in this game, with loadouts, with the field upgrades, with everything you have at your disposal, you're not indestructible, but man, you almost have to want to die in order to go down in this game. I mean, there I just had, you know, my back up against a rock. I got pinned in from a whole bunch of zombies. It's the beginning of a round. And then I was just fine because I can mantle over here. You can do things like this. Like, you really don't have to pay that much attention. And then I just hit, so long as I have an ether shroud available, just hit the bumpers on my controller, and we are completely safe. Because again, what I was saying earlier, if you are trying to get a friend in, you know, this is a very casual experience. It won't be too difficult for them. I mean, this is the one to do. Come on, buddy, get under there. There we go. We got the two halves in there, and let's start that. Bye, Orlov.
I suppose we shouldn't be surprised by that catastrophic failure. It was a...
Okay, Orlov ran off. We need to go track him down. We do that by going back into the Dark Ether over here. And then he runs over to his workstation, his computer area, to look at the photo of his family. Okay, now all we have to do to go to the boss fight is interact with Orlov family photo here, but we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to get a little bit more set up. I only have 2 perks. I only pack a punch 1 time. We didn't even pack a punch this yet. So let's not rush into anything. But something I did want to show you guys. Yeah. So next time you're playing Citadel de Mor and you go into the castle for the first time, there's some graffiti all over the place in there. Keep your eye out, because you're going to see that one. I think that's right in the entrance hall when you first go in. But there's a lot more in here in Noct that you can find in Citadel de Mor as well. So see how many you can match up, and I don't know exactly what the significance is, other than, well, they're reusing assets because they have them. Sure, but is there something more to it? I don't know. Like, story-wise, is there something going on? I honestly don't know. Something else Cold War introduced was the ammo cache, so you can actually just buy ammo instead of running out, and then, you know, you're stuck in the old games where if you didn't have any more ammo, you just didn't have any more ammo. You had to kind of get lucky, you had to get creative, or you just had to hit the mystery box again or buy something off the wall. So I do like that at this point, like, you don't actually have to just give up your gun just because you're completely out of ammo and there's nothing else you can do about it. So that is something I actually think that is a good thing that Cold War did. The next thing that I think is one of the best improvements that has ever been made to zombies is just the ability to exfil, so you don't have to die or just quit at the end of your games. It's such a simple thing, but I think it's a huge quality of life improvement so you don't have that kind of empty, like, well, at the end of the game, you just, you know, went ahead and died because we were done. Like, no, you just exfilled, you flew off into the sunset in a helicopter, and it was beautiful. Okay, something I just realized as I'm sitting here like, okay, we'll get a few more perks before we go in, is you don't have to wait until round 25 in this game. You can just go into the Dark Ether. Okay, something else I'm just kind of figuring out here. It has been a while, like I said, since I played this, but I think once you activate that final portal underneath Nox there, at the bottom of Nox, to get ready for the boss fight, it seems like no other portal spawns in, so we can't go into the Dark Ether to access the Wonder Fizz machine anymore. So it looks like we're going in without any more perks. Let's get one more Monkey Bomb. Go in with that. Oh, actually, we can buy a score streak. Let's use... Oh, I don't have... no PhD, so we're not doing that. Let's use the flamethrower. I mean, I was talking about how Cold War made things easier with field upgrades. You can bring in your own loadout. Score streaks went a long way toward that as well. Like I said, this is the ultimate casual zombies experience. All right, let's go into the boss fight. Well, this is actually kind of the non-boss fight because we're not actually going to fight a boss. Orlov here is the boss, but we're just going to protect him. We're not going to hurt him.
You are here to stop them. I will help you. We will shut off this infernal machine. Close the gateway. It will be the first step. I will repair the damage I have done.
Good for you, Orlov. I got your back, buddy. Let's pop one of those down on him, and then we can basically just run away from him for a minute. That's the best part about this version of the Wonder Weapon. Pop that down. And that's the first station done. Like I said, with this setup that we've got going on here, it's pretty easy. Shouldn't be too hard, although anytime I say it's gonna be easy, I end up doing something stupid or something bad happens, so let's hope not now. That's station number 2 already. We are flying through this, man. Okay, another shot down here at his feet. Keep him safe. Keep the big guys. Hopefully they drop me some armor. Okay, while we're down here, we're going to go pick that up because we are ready to go already. That is the ultimate setup for this. I don't even know. I mean, I must have in the past used the ray gun, but dude, we just flew through that. Let's go ahead real quick. Can we double tap just to get the new camo on both? There we go. Orlov's sad story.
That's all I need.
Let's give that a look.
Raptor 1 is inbound, strike team. Get the hell out of there.
It's pretty nice. Okay. Final stretch. Mantling, by the way, this game introduced into zombies the ability to actually kind of maneuver through an environment the way you kind of normally would. Like a small banister does not just completely baffle you. You're able to jump over it and climb it. Another thing I think this game actually did very well, kind of bringing the game into a more modern world. I forgot to check out my monkey bombs because we just flew through that whole process. There's our boy Raptor 1 coming in to save the day. We'll chuck out another monkey just for the memes and for nostalgia's sake. Let's get on and get out of here.
This is Raptor 1, strike team on board for extraction.
No end cutscene, just this little kind of vignette as the facility explodes here and leaves a massive hole in the middle of Poland.
Is just getting started.
But we're just getting started, as we were said there. All in all, I really liked Cold War. It is a little bit kind of, there's not that much substance to it. It is a very easy game, but when you're in a casual kind of a mood, I don't know that there's a better game. Maybe Infinite Warfare when you've got Director's Cut. But other than that, if you're looking for a casual fun, especially for those, hardcore Treyarch people that don't think zombies exist outside of Treyarch, this is probably the go-to casual experience that you can have. And like I said, Die Maschine is my favorite of this game. I really do like Mauer der Toten, but Die Maschine just really does it for me in a way that none of these other maps do. So you guys let me know down below, what do you think of Cold War in general and Die Maschine in specific? And also, if you have not subscribed, please do. Like I said, we're going to be doing Throwback Thursdays. Every Thursday, we're going to do a video walkthrough of an Easter egg of an old map. Or maybe that old map didn't have an Easter egg, so we're just going to play it and check it out and talk about it a little bit. Anyways, guys, that's it. Drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in another one real soon. Later, guys.